What if we told you that the company that changed how we watch TV and movies started with a DVD in the mail? From those iconic red envelopes to becoming a streaming behemoth, this is the story of how Netflix transformed itself and the entire entertainment industry. It all started in 1997. Reed Hastings, frustrated by a late fee from a video rental store, came up with a revolutionary idea: what if movies could be rented without late fees? What if people could get their DVDs delivered right to their door, and better yet, return them whenever they wanted? Together with Mark Randolph, Hastings launched Netflix as a DVD rental by mail service, and soon, those iconic red envelopes began appearing in mailboxes across America. Netflix was different from the start. Unlike traditional video rental stores, it offered convenience. There were no trips to the store, no worry about late fees, just a list of movies, a subscription, and DVDs arriving right at your doorstep. But even though Netflix started as a DVD rental company, Hastings and Randolph had bigger dreams. They saw the potential for how technology could redefine entertainment. In the early 2000s, streaming technology was still in its infancy, but Hastings believed it was the future. As internet speeds began to improve, Netflix started planning for something radical, shifting from physical DVDs to delivering movies directly to viewers over the internet. It wasn't an easy leap. The world wasn't quite ready for streaming just yet. Most people still had slow internet connections, and video streaming was far from seamless. Back then, the idea of streaming an entire movie seemed almost like science fiction. The internet was slow, buffering was endless, and yet, Netflix was determined to make it work. They knew that if they could get it right, they'd change the game forever. In 2007, Netflix took the leap and launched its streaming service. At first, it was limited, just a small library of shows and movies. But it was enough to plant the seed of something much bigger. Over the next few years, as internet speeds improved and smart devices became more popular, Netflix doubled down on streaming, and the DVD rental side slowly began to fade into the background. What really catapulted Netflix into becoming a streaming giant, however, was its move into original content. In 2013, Netflix took a huge risk by producing its own show, House of Cards. It wasn't just any show, it was high quality, star-studded, and released all at once, encouraging viewers to binge-watch. It was a gamble, but it paid off. House of Cards was a massive success and changed the way people consumed television. The era of binge-watching had begun, and Netflix was leading the charge. With House of Cards, Netflix proved that streaming wasn't just about convenience, it was about quality. The company realized that if they could create the content people wanted, they wouldn't just be a streaming service, they'd be a global entertainment powerhouse. From there, Netflix didn't look back. It continued to produce more original content, shows like Orange is the New Black, Stranger Things, and countless others that became cultural phenomena. By investing billions into content, Netflix transformed from a distributor into a creator, competing with Hollywood's biggest studios. One of the key elements that made Netflix so successful was its ability to personalize the experience. Their recommendation algorithm made sure that each user saw content they'd be most likely to enjoy. This focus on personalization created a unique viewing experience for every user and kept people coming back for more. But the story of Netflix isn't just about its rise, it's also about its influence on the industry. Blockbuster, once the giant of video rentals, failed to adapt to the changing times. Netflix even approached Blockbuster in the early 2000s, proposing a partnership, only to be laughed out of the room. Blockbuster would eventually crumble, unable to keep up with the new age of digital entertainment. Netflix, meanwhile, grew into a global phenomenon, with millions of subscribers across hundreds of countries. From DVDs in the mail to a streaming library filled with thousands of titles, Netflix didn't just adapt to the times, it set the standard for what entertainment could be. It was no longer about what was on TV tonight, it was about what you wanted to watch, when you wanted to watch it. Today, Netflix faces new challenges. Competitors like Disney+, Amazon Prime, and HBO Max have entered the scene, each vying for a piece of the streaming pie. But Netflix has always thrived on innovation, continuously expanding its content library and experimenting with new formats, like interactive storytelling with Bandersnatch, or groundbreaking international hits like Squid Game. The birth of Netflix wasn't just about creating a business, It was about changing the way we think about entertainment. From DVDs in the mail to a streaming giant that delivers stories to millions, Netflix showed us that the future of entertainment is limitless. And it all started with a simple idea. What if watching a movie could be as easy as opening your mailbox?